Industry plays a major role in the economies of many countries. It provides a wide range of services and products that improve the quality of life for billions of people. But when industrial activities involve hazardous chemical substances, they can pose significant risks to people's health and safety and to the environment. For example, if substances such as ammonium nitrate, hydrogen, lithium, methanol, or nickel are not properly managed, industrial accidents can occur. Such accidents can include fires, explosions, and chemical spills that harm workers, first responders, and the public. They can also cause pollution, biodiversity loss, and damage to communities. These accidents can have transboundary effects when industrial facilities are located near a border or a transboundary watercourse. The risks of industrial accidents are increasing within the context of climate change. Technologies being developed for the energy transition involve increased uses of critical minerals, hydrogen, ammonia, and more, posing new challenges for the management of hazardous substances. In addition, increasingly extreme weather events driven by climate change, such as floods, storms, and wildfires, could cause more industrial accidents. These are called Natural Hazard-Triggered Technological Disasters, or NATEC events. Past incidents around the world have demonstrated how devastating accidents can be. In 2020, a fire near a chemical storage warehouse in the port of Beirut led to a massive explosion of ammonium nitrate. About 200 people were killed and more than 300,000 displaced, while the port and city suffered billions of dollars worth of damage. Other accidents involving chemical-related explosions and fires have occurred around the world and demonstrate why strong safety and security measures need to be in place. Learning from past accidents like these allows us to better understand the risks of industrial activities and the actions that need to be taken to prevent them. So, what can be done? Fortunately, a variety of international legal and policy instruments, standards, and mechanisms support the safe and secure management of chemicals and help prevent, prepare for, and respond to industrial accidents. The entire life cycle of chemicals requires careful planning and management to ensure safety and security. The life cycle includes the following stages: land use planning and the siting of facilities, extraction, processing, and manufacturing, classification, packaging, and labeling, transportation and storage, preparing and testing contingency plans in case of emergencies, developing and ensuring compliance with safety measures, and the regular inspection of facilities. Throughout these stages, it's important to ensure that authorities, workers, and managers have the necessary knowledge and training, and that technology in facilities remains up to date. Also, the public needs to be made aware of the location of industrial facilities, the risks that they pose, and what to do in case of an accident. When it comes to neighboring countries, it is crucial for authorities to cooperate across borders on land use planning, facility siting, information sharing, contingency planning, and emergency response. Governments must ensure strong regulations are in place for the safe and secure management of chemicals and the prevention and mitigation of industrial accidents, and that they are complied with. Many initiatives have been taken and resources created to enable the sound management of chemicals around the world and to prevent, prepare for, and respond to industrial accidents. The United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, or UNECE Convention on the Transboundary Effects of Industrial Accidents, provides an international legal framework for the prevention of, preparedness for, and response to industrial accidents. It supports the development of policies, tools, and technical knowledge to enhance industrial safety and governance. Parties are required to identify hazardous activities, assess their risks, develop safety measures and contingency plans, and provide information to the public. Guidelines, checklists, and good practices have been prepared under the Convention that can be used by countries worldwide to strengthen national governance and cross-border cooperation. When an accident does occur, the UNECE Industrial Accident Notification System facilitates international cooperation. Authorities can use it to quickly notify neighboring countries of an accident with potential transboundary effects and to request mutual assistance to mitigate them. The European Union's Seveso III directive is a regional instrument at the EU level that regulates industrial safety and is highly complementary to the Industrial Accidents Convention. The EU legislation covers some additional industrial facilities, while the Convention addresses transboundary aspects and extends beyond the EU's borders. Open for accession to all UN member states, the Aarhus Convention and its Protocol on Pollutant Release and Transfer Registers support governments in promoting industrial safety and effective and inclusive chemicals management by advancing public access to information and to justice and engaging the public in decision-making related to these areas. The UN globally harmonized system of classification and labeling of chemicals, known as the GHS, provides criteria for classifying chemicals according to their hazards. The GHS also sets standards for labels, including pictograms and hazard statements, to communicate the hazards to all the people who could be exposed to them at different stages, such as workers, emergency responders, and end users. Good practices are vital for the prevention and mitigation of accidents while chemicals are being shipped and traded. The UN recommendations on the transport of dangerous goods provides detailed guidance for this stage of the chemical cycle, covering all modes of transportation. Specific provisions and recommendations for transport by air, land, and sea can be found in the regulations prepared by the International Maritime Organization for activities involving shipping and port areas, UNECE for road and inland waterways, and other organizations. The UN Manual of Tests and Criteria complements both the GHS and the transport regulatory frameworks with testing methods for chemical hazard identification. Resources from other sectors are also available to support countries and complement the instruments mentioned before. The International Labour Organization supports the development of labour standards to prevent accidents. These standards also protect workers from risks posed by hazardous substances by strengthening the sound management of chemicals in the workplace. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD, guiding principles for chemical accident prevention, preparedness, and response support public authorities and industry in taking appropriate actions to prevent chemical accidents and mitigate their impacts. The UNEP-OCHA Joint Environment Unit developed the Flash Environmental Assessment Tool to help countries identify potential impacts from chemical accidents. This can enable emergency responders to set the right priorities and take rapid action. UNEP has also developed global frameworks and oversees multilateral environmental agreements to reduce the harm caused by chemicals and waste. Under the framework of the UN Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, several organizations, including the UNEP-OCHA Joint Environment Unit, UNECE, and OECD, have worked together to develop the Words into Action guidelines on man-made and technological hazards. And the World Health Organization has published a manual for the public health management of chemical incidents, outlining how to effectively integrate health matters into hazardous substance management. Alongside strong regulations and policy instruments, effective financing solutions are essential for enabling projects that prioritize such safety and sustainability. Support from institutions like the European Investment Bank helps ensure these projects meet stringent environmental and safety standards while fostering international cooperation to address industrial risks. By supporting initiatives that address climate hazards and promote cross-border collaboration, financing partners also play a crucial role. UNECE is raising awareness of the valuable synergies between the efforts of international organizations and financing partners to further strengthen cooperation across sectors for the prevention of, preparedness for, and response to industrial accidents. Ensuring these resources are applied throughout the life cycle of chemicals will help authorities and industries around the world to build resilience and advance sustainable development, safeguard communities and natural ecosystems, and ultimately make the planet a safer and healthier place for all.